I was 18. And by that time, I had already left my home, graduated from high school, and enrolled at Pomona College, a small liberal arts college just 30 miles east of where I grew up. And I was also experiencing culture shock. So I had never really learned about systemic oppression. I just kind of wanted to go through the schooling system in the best way that I knew how, and following all of the directions so that I could find earn a free ride to college. And that's what I did. But Pomona really encouraged me to think critically. And I had to really dig really deep to find my voice. And while I declared a math major because I wanted to be a dentist, I decided that math wasn't reflecting who I was in terms of my own ancestral knowledge. I didn't know what about that then, but now I can put words to it. And so I decided that I was going to lean towards my curiosities at the time, which were, why weren't there more people that looked like me in my classes at Pomona, even at the Claremont colleges? I felt very much like an imposter, and I didn't have like the financial resources or like the generational schooling experiences that my peers had. And it was difficult for me to navigate those very first few months, especially. And so while, I was asking the question about, myself and the people who were reflecting me or not on campus, I started to take classes on the history of the relationship between Mexico and the United States, or the education of Chicanos in the United States. And that really spoke to me very clearly about gaining the language that I could then use to explain what was going on and why weren't there enough people that looked like me on this campus or on that campus. And so that led, me to not divorce myself from myself, and instead nurture my own positive identity formation. I decided to study abroad in Mexico City. And like I said earlier, it was very transformational for me because I was 20 and I didn't know anybody in one of the largest cities in the world. And I landed and I found a way to live there and not just survive, but thrive. I have some of the most beautiful memories of being there. And so it was those experiences that really led me to fall in love with ethnic studies. And not this like peaches and cream kind of love, but more of this like radical love, the love that exists in the struggle, the love that it takes to transform generational pain into something beautiful. And, that's the art of living, that I continue to nurture, as a person, as a scholar, as a mother, as a partner, as a daughter, a sibling. It's like, how can I use the tools that I've learned along the way, especially in ethnic studies, as a scholar and as an artivist? How can I use these tools to face this challenge right now at this moment? And sometimes it's an intellectual challenge, but more often than not, it's an emotional challenge. And emotional labor is one of the hardest types of labor that one can experience, in my opinion. And so it's really engaging in the art of living in ways that ethnic studies has equipped me to do, through like reading theories about self-actualization of Bell Hooks's work, and radical love with Antonia Darder, and thinking about indigenous feminisms, with Eve Tuck and Cutcha Risling Baldy. I mean, there's just so much wisdom, knowledge, and medicine in these pages that I have had the high privilege of learning. And it has also led me to get closer to my family, to ask questions of my grandmothers, and my parents about their childhood and their knowledges in ways that are very intentional, to learn about their stories and their food practices. So all of it, just really comes together, and there's a lot of healing involved in the story making, and being able to connect, with these uh, approaches to living in what ethnic studies has gifted to me.